Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Kind of the quintessential Valentine's Day. We have roses and we have snow. So, happy Valentine's Day. All right, so, and I'm going to, I've seen the, I got these from my parents, which I think was very sweet of them. So, quite pleased. I just thought I would, thank you. I just thought I would share. They smell really good too. So. They should change the name of oranges like they changed the names of French fries. Yeah, I think it was Lourdes earlier who was saying that. She's like, I used to like the color orange, and it's like, I'm not letting this jerk take away my colors of my favorite holiday. Are you kidding? Oh, the bonds. My crush has been released from DOJ. Andrew McCabe. Oh, good. I saw that. Happy Valentine's Day. All right, I'm gonna tilt this down. You've seen the roses, but I'm gonna tilt this down. So, hello Arizona. I'm gonna tilt this down so you can kind of see better what's going on. Because quite often when I love, showing people what's outside if there's, snow or something great, but quite often the bright light, it washes out what I'm actually covering, and it's hard to see. All right, just turn that back. All right, I've got a list, and I have astrology stuff. So I am going to jump in. Thank you. And I am going to cover as much ground as I can today. So if I'm not interacting that much, it's just because I'm on a mission. All right. So NSA Purge. Okay, I do want to do. I've got at least three things I want to read on today. And if possible, a purge at the NSA. There's rumbling of Trump possibly investigating CIA Brennan. Did you guys hear anything about that last night? And also, someone suggested that actually it was the man who wrote the kind of the current laws that are used in impeachment. He said something about if push comes to shove, perhaps the House can defund some things at the DOJ. Yeah, Brennan's not in there anymore, but there, yeah, Brennan in an article this morning. Okay, so I'm getting conflicting things. Yeah, because Brennan was head of the CIA, and Durbin is looking for Brennan info. They can defund. Yeah, so anyway, I've got at least 3 things to read on there, and I'm sure there are others. And also, I would like to get to some of this astrology stuff. Okay, so this is all Trump. Escape Brennan, NSA Purge, House to defund. Yeah, this is zombie. Sorry, guys, this is zombie tarot. Whoops, where's my? Oh, there it is. This is all kind of Trump's energy and Barr's energy and really icky corruption. So we're doing this. We're doing the kitschy. Sometimes some say icky. Using the zombie tarot deck. Okay, I heard they got rid of 70 at the NSA. Durbin's keeping his report open until he finds something on Brennan. The question is, can they do it on their own? I love the zombie terror. Never thought I would. I just do. Uh, 111. Connie Cat Mama. Is that aimed at me? Will the military ever turn on Trump? The readings I've done, no. They won't. They're far too. That would be scary, scary. If the U.S. military does something against its leadership, that's not good. We're sunk. No, the Secret Service will do something before the military will. What reaction did the Barr interview have on Trump? Good question. Yeah, that's actually, that was the main thing. What is Barr up to and Trump reaction? Okay. Let's start there. All right, Darth Barr. Evil potato. What was that all about? In my head, I just hear whining. I'm trying to help him, but he's making it hard for me to help him, and I was doing it anyway. And doesn't he know that he's my very biggest, bestest friend crush ever? And doesn't Trump know I'm his lapdog? In the past. Well, between the Mueller report and the impeachment stuff, all kinds of stuff that came up, it looked like Trump was going to be strung up by his heels. Center of the reading, yeah, Barr, you're working for an idiot, and you're being an idiot working for an idiot. You're being an idiot by working for an idiot and doing corrupt things. Base of the reading. Oh, Barr's not in a good place. This is Democrats coming after him. This is Republicans amassing in the distance in a sort of menacing way. Above the reading. He's just trying to stay in the background. He's trying to think his way through it. Stay out of the way, but also, do at whatever he can, and this feels very subservient. Everything he's doing is in Trump's hands. Near future. He was caught, and people aren't gonna let it go. He was caught doing things he shouldn't have been doing. And there's the possibility of some good people thinking about stepping forward. More people not just leaving, but really thinking about stepping forward. That's him being very worried. Home environment. At some point here, I know he's got to testify in front of the House next month in March, but this is Barr up to his neck in Democrats. Hopes and fears. The fear is that he can do what he did during his confirmation hearing, which was just lie. Oh no, we're all friends. I wouldn't do anything illegal. Believe me. What we see. He's just, He's in the inner circle of the worst corruption. Only now he's got Department of Justice involved in a big way. Final outcome. He's in trouble. America's not happy. But this, where I was saying Republicans amassing against Barr in the distance, this is Republicans stepping forward and saying, no, this is not right. But it's also kind of, it's kind of weak. It feels like don't do that. No, stop. But is there more than that? Is he gonna get ousted? That tower. Is Barr going to have to leave? So many things are norms, not laws. He's this is the Ace of Pentacles, and Pentacles are what I get for Republicans. Because he's so much in the inner circle, because he's done so much for Trump. Republicans, he's got kind of a special place. I mean, he is one of the highest, Orange Fuhrer officers. He's going to keep protecting the Fuhrer, the Emperor, and keeping his secrets. He's trying to do PR. But he's still going to take action to protect the Emperor and keep his secrets. And use whatever, what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever institutional magic he can come up with. Does that mean he's going to be staying in? Is he there for the duration? He's just trying to, it's very much a Trump, cool it. I got this. But Trump's not going to cool it. And matter of fact, Trump is going to go further and further off the rails, and you've got Barr like, but because I think, didn't Trump just come out and say that he has the legal right to interfere in the DOJ case, in the Department of Justice, something like that? GM Dave, I immediately read your question and heard yes. Ooh. But Trump is, yeah. So when I read on, was it yesterday? Must have been day before. Is Barr going to be disbarred? What I got was no, or if it is, it's like in one place but not another. But this is the Democrats fighting hard, coming on strong against the vices, and this is Trump's base trying to, well, this is also investigators, but it's also Trump's base trying to kind of hold the line, but this energy is feeling smaller and this is feeling bigger. This power of the Democrats coming forward. So I think he's going to be there for a while. Boy, the Emperor has secrets and vices. So okay, let me put this together quickly. Those cards tell the story in detail. They are on the mark. I agree. All right. I'm going to be absolutely exhausted by the end of the hour. Whew. There's so much to cover. There is so much to cover. What was Trump's reaction? What is Trump's reaction to Barr? Oh, I've got Trump's energy. Whew. Hello, Beryl. Anybody want some cards? I'm just, oh man. Trump's, I may as well just do a reading on Trump. Whoa! Wow! Half the deck just fell out. I'm serious, this is all I have left. Holy cats. That's a lot. Okay, hang on. Wow. Like, I have to take my microphone off. Sorry about this. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Kind of tells a story on its own, doesn't it? Sorry. Put my microwave. Yes, I'm putting my microwave back on. You're gonna have to burn that deck once he's gone. You're not wrong. Okay, those are the right way up. Very quickly. Whew. Okay. Excuse me, I need to shuffle the deck again. Do I feel like his energy is becoming darker over time? It's becoming more unhinged. It's becoming more chaotic. And I've got some pain in my chest and my lower. Thank you, Loris. Thank you. This is for a new deck. Bless you. Oh, that's classic. Thank you. Oh, you're gonna love this. I'm just going to do this reading as is, because you know what? I just shuffled them. One up, one down. Half up, half down. This reading is just turning into a complete vlunk. I mean, it's just... He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Your laws, your norms, I do whatever I want. I am the president. You can't stop me. The training wheels are off. The brake line is cut. And normally this particular chariot card is going on a rampage, and or in this deck it's kind of going on a rampage, but upside down. It's just more chaotic than that. It's not calmer like it should be. It's more like, yelling incoming, and there's shots being fired, but they're suddenly coming from different directions, and you're like, what? That's what that feels like. Wow. In the past, a lot of, well, mostly right-wing, but even some left-wing people, they were just happy enough living their lives, but being entertained or scared or whatever by conspiracy theories. That's what that feels like. The imagining what's going on, trying to work it out, but just living your life. But it's becoming far too real. Center of this, well, this is about Trump and Barr and what Barr is doing for him, and Barr is in the center of this because it's Barr and the Republicans who are protecting him, and Barr more than anyone. And Barr is more loyal than anyone. Happy Valentine's Day. All right, base of the reading. If he believed in any kind of religion, he would have an entire shelf of he would have an entire shelf of Democratic voodoo dolls. I mean, he wants to burn them, bury them. How dare they? He's not. We're going to be okay, but oh man. And above the reading, I won, I'm the president, therefore I can do whatever I want, and I can break up the Democrats. I'll break up that party. I'll do anything. I'll do whatever I want. And literally what's keeping us safe right now is his laziness and the incompetence of people around him who also kind of drag their feet. Will the White House itself be destroyed? I would doubt it, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. But we'll, I don't know that. Near future. People around him, they're trying to keep him calm, and they're trying to keep an eye on the base support. And as long as the base support is still strong, as long as he goes to his rallies and during the primary, the Republican primaries, and he's still just, and it's then the Republicans are going to just leave him there, just let him stay in place, just try to. Can anybody up the, they're just saying, is there anyone who can up the level of, not downers, but sedation that, we can get him under? Home environment. Oh, this isn't him being judged. This is him judging in the worst ways possible. Scorched earth. Not literally, not like actually dropping bombs, but in Washington, D.C., hopes and fears. Yeah, he's starting to worry everybody. It's like, how bad is this going to get? But this is not an end card. This isn't even a what we see. This is just a hope and fear card, okay? So do not stress about that. In this deck, it seems like a lot of these upside down cards, they're feeling like it's like doubled. Vice doubled. What was that here? Or this. Going on the attack, doubled. Vice doubled. So that's what that feels like. Final outcome. Everything going topsy-turvy. See how these are upside down? And then this is the Wheel of Fortune, and it's right side up, upside down, right side up, upside down. All of these. It's a party. It's a party in the party. It's not a party in the party. It's not a party being in the party. It's disappointment with the things that, whoa, even more, yikes, and then, well, okay, it's almost like, it's not worse, it's not, is it technically better if it actually just comes back to the bad place it was, and then it keeps spinning? Even worse. And then it might get a little bit better, but like closer to where it was, but then, yeah, this is, and another card went flying. I mean, I would like to think that I don't do catastrophe readings. I don't like causing upset. Because people listen to me, and believe me, some people watch this channel, and if I am anything negative I say, they are all over it. It's the end of everything, it's the end of our country, and it's like, no, it's not. So, yeah, this is just, but and now he's got Hope Hicks back, and he's got that one guy who was his body man, he's got that back. He's got the sycophants he had before, only now he can do anything he wants. If he still, thank heavens he doesn't still have both houses of Congress, then I would worry. But every Democrat out there is going to deserve a medal after this. So, oh, yeah, I wish the GOP had removed him too. Yeah, his energy is just chaos. Yeah, the question is, I mean, thank you so much for the super chat, Lotus, but when would I get a new deck? I mean, we're going to be cleaning up after him for so long. All right, so next we want to look at, because I'm not even going to bother with, is Trump going to investigate Brennan? He's going to investigate anybody and everybody he can. Are they going to regret not removing him? I think they already do, but I'll throw a few cards on that. Regret not removing him. Oh, sorry, I forgot to grab the death card that went flying. Good grief. All right, Republicans. All right, at least it feels like the energy's calming down. I mean, they're awful. The people who voted to keep Trump in office, people fighting to keep Trump in office, but look, I realize that there's a lot of talk that Trump is on something, and there are people who say he is and people who say he isn't, and I don't have any proof one way or the other. And what I can say is that Trump's energy right now is the exact kind of energy I feel if I read on a meth head. I'm not saying he's a meth head. He's not. I don't think that. But I don't know what else. He might be, but it's bad. I don't know if you guys have had to deal with somebody who was taking meth. Oh, whew. Yeah. Talk about chaos and belligerence, and if he's rapidly mentally deteriorating, then when will he leave? Three cards there. It still hasn't completely cracked through to the Fox News crowd yet, because yeah, it's true. I mean, things could get 50 times worse, but until Fox News starts talking about it, his base isn't going to know. Well, it's going to have to get to the point where even the Republicans are saying, and they're not in a hurry to do that because they've stood by him so far, and they've got their own problems. They've really backed themselves into a corner. As far as when he's going to go, that was just more chaos. For now. Hello, Canada. Would you like 380 million new neighbors? Like close neighbors? I'm kidding. Yes, do the Republicans regret not removing him? Republicans feeling about all of this now and in the future. Let us cast ourselves into the future. Republicans. So, how'd that work out for you? Happy now? Hate to say I told you so, but we kind of did. But do you regret it? And what are you going to do about it? Cult. How was that? In the past, they have stood by him and stood by him and stood by him, and they've caught the contagion. His corruption is now their corruption. Center of the reading. They could walk away, but they feel tied to him. And they know it's a mess, but they're trying to minimize what a mess it is. You know, that meme of the dog sitting in the room and it's completely on fire, and he's like, this is fine. Yeah. Base of the reading. Whew. They're waiting for the Supreme Court. What is the Supreme Court going to do as far as Trump's records having to be turned over? I don't think they're going to do anything until they hear from the Supreme Court. Do the Republicans actually believe some of it? They believe some of it. Above the reading, they feel trapped. They feel absolutely trapped. And it's like, well, you got yourself into the trap. In the center of the reading, I mean, there are no, congressional Republicans who are going to watch this. But the message here is, you can get yourself out of this really easily. Really easily. near future. The calls for Trump's political blood are going to grow, and the Republicans themselves are increasingly under attack. But the more, it feels almost like a bungee cord, you know, where Trump just like puts bungee cord around his neck and he's just jumping off and just with a gun and like bouncing around above the zombies just because. And that you've got the Republicans up here like, oh my gosh, what is he doing now? Home environment. America going, no. No. Even the little zombie children are like, I have a small weapon. No. Just stay away. Hopes and fears. That as long as his base feel like he is their ticket to keeping food on their table, they'll stick with him. This is lizard brain, back of the brain stuff, and that's not an insult to Republicans. We all have lizard brains. It's the brainstem, back of the brain stuff, which is the, you know, can I eat it? Will it kill me? You know, is it coming to kill me? Can I eat it? Can I mate with it? You know, this kind of base, and that's what he taps into, that basic survival kind of mechanisms. So what we see, yeah, it's just more crazy. Just even kicking out allies because you can. I still think that the kids, I get a lot of energy from the kids with that card too. Ivanka and Junior specifically. Final outcome. More of the same. They're going to pretend everything's fine. Even don't, oh, that I didn't even notice. Because Trump is the star. And, you know, it's, we have our money, we have our success. I just saw breaking news. Did you guys see this? It just popped up on the, when I looked over at the iPad. Attorney General William Barr assigned a prosecutor to review Michael Flynn's case. And on here, it says, CNN breaking news, Attorney General Barr privately ordered a re-examination of Michael Flynn's case, U.S. officials say, a move that is certain to please President Trump. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The Republicans are, and this could be like a Vindman person as well, someone who has earned medals, who is a decorated off. It doesn't matter. We have our power. We have our money. But the base of this is what Trump doesn't know is they are really keeping an eye on the Supreme Court. And if the Supreme Court is like, no, Trump has to turn over all of his financial records. If they do that, I think things may change. I just want to throw 3 more cards on Barr. Specifically, I want to, that headline that just came up, I want to throw 3 cards specifically on Barr having assigned a prosecutor to go back over Flynn's case. Oh, Democrats. The Democrats in the Judicial Committee, they want blood. Political blood, not real. No violence. Yeah, this is actually this is embarrassing to Republicans, and they do not like being embarrassed. I'm just going to look at 3 cards, she said, picking up 5, as usual. This is the Magician card. Barr basically sent somebody to go look at Flynn's case, and he knows that since the Republicans aren't going to do anything to stop him or Trump, so they can do whatever they want. This is my card of la 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 la. I have mine, not you. I don't care. I don't care what you say. Because, and Barr is beloved to Trump. You can't, so they especially have trouble speaking out against him. But there is Trump and Barr's vices. Just the vice, the corruption, just obvious, and it's major arcana. And what Barr did was major arcana, so it's like bigger deals. It's big. It's a big deal that he did this, and Republicans are not happy. Not going to be happy about this. Now, are they going to do anything? What I just read said no. Oh, I can't wait to hear what Susan Collins has to say. This will be rich. Well, I'm sure he didn't mean it. I'm sure there was a good reason. And I'm not making fun of the way she talks. That was just my best impersonation. None of us are getting younger. Are they going to do anything about it? Not yet. Nope. And there's more gunk being thrown on them because that's Trump. These are the base who would turn against them. This is their privileged in their velvet dresses, even though they're not in good shape. But Trump can just throw more and more garbage on them, and they're just taking it. Go home, complain to their wives, complain to journalists off the record. That's it. So, that was depressing. So, I'm going to put these, I hate to do this again, but I'm going to put the astrology off until tomorrow because I went through this, I'll just say this much. I went through this a lot. I mean, I did. There's all kind of stuff in here that we'll be going over when I go through this. There's a bunch of stuff here, and I am concerned that if maybe I'll start with this tomorrow. So because this is kind of the this was the thing. Today's astrology lesson. Even the best or worst planetary aspects in the sky won't have an effect on you if they don't affect your chart or the chart of an event. Because there is some storminess coming, nothing to do with Stormy Daniels. There's some spiritual energetic storminess coming, but it doesn't, I'm afraid if I go through this, that without us calmly working our way through it from the beginning, it could be misinterpreted, and it's a little nuanced. So first thing tomorrow, we'll go through this, okay? So for now, we'll keep reading on this. I want to throw a few cards on the NSA Purge, because that could have huge Huge impacts. Okay, good, good. Glad you guys understand. There's nuance there. And I'm not the kind of astrologer, because I'm just sitting here shuffling, because I'm going to read on the NSA purge, but I'm not the kind of astrologer who will look at a chart. I'm not saying nobody should be this way. I'm just saying I am not the kind of astrologer who just looks at a chart and says, this means this. I do astrology sort of like I do cards, which is I'm looking at the energy, and I start with like a basic, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I start with a basic, okay, this is what this generally means, this is what this generally means, let's look at the pieces, and let's put them together, and let's see what we have. So, all right, NSA Purge. That's, like reach for the Pepto-Bismol. People who really know what that would, an NSA Purge, people who really know what that is, ooh. Can nothing happen during a Mercury retrograde, or can things happen to finish up things that have already been started? Generally, you can continue something that has already been started, but bringing something out during a Mercury retrograde is it will either there either be some kind of glitch, or it'll be something that has to be revisited later. The Mueller report came out during a Mercury retrograde. We'll be dealing with that again in the future, but it couldn't land. It couldn't stick the landing because of the Mercury retrograde. All right, NSA Purge. And if you just want to, guides of mine, if you just want to throw something in there about Trump's investigation of Brennan, just general corruption of the intelligence community by the Orange Fuhrer. There's a reason I call him that. It's not just because of the spray tan. I mean, the orange part, but I call him. There are a lot of people have all kind of names, but Fuhrer, authoritarian, ultra right wing. While people aren't watching. Well, he thinks everybody's, he knows that MSNBC and CNN and what have you are filling most of their airtime on things about the Democratic potential candidates. Trump's thinking he can just get away with all kinds of stuff. So far he has. In the past, how dare they try to hamper me? Oh, there's also talk that Trump may stop other people listening in on his foreign calls, because of course he would. Center of the reading. It doesn't feel like temperance. It feels like a bloodletting. That's what that feels like. Political bloodletting. Base of the reading. Wild extremes. Wild extremes of rage and sleep. I mean, like unconsciousness kind of, utter unconsciousness kind of sleep. Above the reading. People rushing around him trying to placate him. Also, this is a return of like Hope Hicks and his body man, whatever that guy's name was, and getting his Trump feeling. This is all about Trump, above and below, which makes sense. Okay, back of my neck is seizing up, like someone grabbed me by the back of my neck. Yow. Okay, near future. Yeah, empty it out. Get his people in. Get people he trusts in there. Get loyal people in there. Get nothing but loyal people in the government. Yeah, he's going through with it. And don't think this is the home environment. I don't think it's just the NSA. I think there's a lot, but also he's physically not well. Trump himself is not well. And like I'm getting like pain in my chest again, and I'm like my jaw tightening up on both sides, and he's not well. Hopes and fears. Well, this is him, the person, and people are kind of hoping he'll like go back down to human size, but he's just no. He's that massive bag of hot air at 10,000 feet, high in the sky. What we see. These are career professionals just doing what they're supposed to be doing, and then they're the Trump bullies, you know, scaring them off, getting them out, acting crazy. Final outcome. Ooh, Democrats fight back. How do they fight back? The Democrats make a few more Republican allies. Not many, but just a few. But this is Democrats fighting back. Good. This is them all over the media, all over. This is successfully getting the word out to Trump's base that we are not safe. We are less safe. Ha. So at least there is that. Okay. Will the House try to defund the DOJ? Seriously, can a congressional committee do that? Wouldn't that have to be part of a budget? And while official budgets begin in the House, they have to go through the Senate, and they have to be signed by the president. Or I don't know the details. Trump has announced he's revoking the 2021 federal employee cost of living raise and giving it to the military instead. Operation Fear Factor, exactly. Funding. I think between that, no budgets start in the House. That's not my understanding. My understanding, they have the power of the purse. Like Trump came out with his budget, but they don't even have to hold a committee hearing on it because I thought it was in the Constitution. Budgets start in the House. House works the numbers, Senate approves. Budgets start in the House. That's what I thought. But Senate has to improve, so I don't even know what they could defund or not. Well, let's see. Is it going to become some kind of funding fight? Let's put it that way. House already rejected his button. All right. Funding. Can the Democrats find some way to hobble the Department of Justice if this keeps on? Whereas Trump and his executive orders putting things where he wants and having to go through the courts, which takes a long time. Funding fight. It's like a food fight, only people can die. I don't think you can move money around like that. Trump can bypass Congress, declare emergencies. Yeah, and Trump's, threatening of sanctuary cities, and they would have to work together. People, to really do, in order to get something to stand, these people have to work together, is what I'm getting from that. In the past, what did Trump got? Center of the reading. Oh, it's going to be a battle on the airwaves. It's battle on the airwaves. I don't know if that takes the place of a funding battle, but it's definitely going to be a huge fight on the airwaves. Base of the reading. Trump is paranoid. Yeah, Trump is paranoid. And I'd say you're not paranoid if they really are out to get you. But no, there's a point at which you're not that important. Not that many people, not that many people are that much out to get you, but he's convinced otherwise. And this is like MSNBC versus Fox. So I'm asking about a funding fight, but what I'm getting is a media fight. A big media fight. Which is interesting, because I wouldn't have thought to ask about that. I would have assumed, well, of course they'll have a fight in the media, but no, this is a much bigger thing. Near future. Ooh, hearings. Those are hearings. Those are witnesses waiting to come in. Those are people having to raise their right hand, even if they're like lying. It's not really their right hand kind of thing. But this feels like hearings. Home environment. Yeah, Kushner's just going to keep doing what Kushner does, and him is the symbol for the spoiled, entitled Trump family, hopes and fears. There are people fearing that this is going to break up one or both parties, that we're seeing the end of one or both of the major political parties. And while some people may say, "Oh, that would be a good thing," it would cause problems, big problems. What we see: howling at the moon, having trouble sleeping at night, nightmares. Yeah. Final outcome. Yeah, it's definitely a fight, and it's a fight over the DOJ budget, because that feels like Barr, and his job is Trump's, corrupt prosecutor in chief. And these are Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands. This is a fight there. So I think they're going to try to do something, but it's definitely, it's not going to be behind the scenes. it's going to be up front. Funding fight. All right, and I'm getting tired, I'm afraid. Funding fight. Okay. All right, well, that's going to about do it for me for today. Thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you being here. And yeah, just keep breathing and hang in there, okay? Because leave us with some hope. Is he leaving or not? He's not going to be around forever, no matter what. And if he is voted out, remember this. The Secret Service, their number one job is to protect the president. If Trump loses an election and refuses to leave, the Secret Service is duty-bound to protect the president, who's the new president, which means if they have to twist Trump's arm behind his back and march him out of the White House like they're bouncers and throw him out the door or throw him into a car, they will. Oh, I promise you, they will. Secret Service, they take their job very seriously. And their job, when, it's not, it isn't an if. Their job when a new president is elected. Yeah, gosh, I hope someone catches it on tape. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. And we'll go over astrology stuff first thing tomorrow. All right. Hang in there. Have a great day. Happy Valentine's Day. All right. Take care.